Hello friends! Welcome back. My name's Ramon. How are you today? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a really fun product. One of my first ever little PR things. A while back, about a month ago, I got reached out to by a brand called Stratia. I was super hyped because this was going to be my first opportunity to get a product sneak peek before launch, really test out, give my feedback, and give my first impressions. The product turned out to be the Night Shift Night Cream with Encapsulated Retinol. I had about a month to test it out, and again, usually for these kind of products, I recommend about 8 to 12 weeks to really see any form of viable results. But that being said, in the month that I've been testing this out, I already do have some opinions about it. I will stress and reiterate that while this product was sent to me, I was in no way obligated to post a review or any kind of content about it. They were just like, we want you to try it out. If you like it, please feel free to, but I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not monetized. This is not a sponsored ad or anything. This is literally all my opinion, my month impressions, and thoughts on the Night Shift. You know, my channel is about the science and the formulation behind a product. That's what I'm really trying to highlight with this. When I got this product and in the month that I used it, I just had a lot of thoughts that really intrigued me and I really liked about this product that I really wanted to share to you guys. So before I get into it, I'm gonna ask you to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare related content. Give this video a thumbs up, and down below, have you tried Stratia products? This is the first product that introduced me to the brand, but looking at their products, I'm really interested by a lot of them. So I always talk about the importance of retinoids. I have a handful of videos at this point. I have one whole video dedicated to retinoids, and that's just because it's a great ingredient overall. Dermatologists oftentimes talk about what their most recommended or most valued ingredients or products are, and generally it's a moisturizer, sunscreen, retinoid. Just because retinoids and sunscreens are great ingredients to use to really protect and maintain the skin. And again, if you haven't watched my videos on retinoids, I have my gold standard actives video as well as just my straight retinoids video. But in those videos, I really highlight the benefits of retinoids to the skin. They really help with boosting the production of collagen and elastin in the skin. They help reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles. They help with acne breakouts, fading dark spots, with pore texture. They do a lot to your skin. And so as I stress in those videos, and as I'm going to stress in this video, I really like retinoids, and I really think that that's a really beneficial ingredient for everyone. I get this product in the mail and it is Night Shift. And basically what this is an encapsulated retinol formulation. It's 0.15% retinol that's suspended in this really nice, luxurious night cream vehicle. So the tea on this is that it's a low dosage encapsulated retinol. Again, I said 0.15%. I talk about using tretinoin, which tretinoin on the scale of retinoid conversions is 2 steps above this. Retinols are about 20 times less potent than retinoic acid, which tretinoin is the direct retinoic acid. So through conversions, this becomes a much lower strength retinoic acid. That being said, retinols in themselves do have the benefits. Again, they eventually do get to the retinoic acid. And so as a result, you do feel some sort of retinization process when you do start a retinol. That being said, retinols themselves are also fairly unstable. So the encapsulation of this has 2 functions. A, to stabilize the retinol in this so that it is much more stable, but also B, to give you a little bit more of a time release function on it. And you get more of a slow release of that retinol so that it's a little bit more gentle, less irritating on the skin. So it's encapsulated in a little wax sphere to not only encapsulate the retinol for stability purposes, but also to help it penetrate the lipid layers of the skin a lot more effectively. So T, it's a retinol formulated to be a lot more stable, to give you a lot more of a direct result in a less potent form so that it's a little bit more gentle, but you're still seeing the results of a really nice retinol. The other T of this is the formulation that it's in. I got to sit in on a little Zoom meeting with the founder of Stratia, Ali, and she gave us a tea on what her thought process was and what her intention was with formulating this and how we got the finished result for this. And basically she was like, well, if you've ever used a retinol, you know the retinization process can be very gruesome. As your skin adjusts to the retinoids, basically your skin gets really irritated, it gets inflamed, you can purge, you can peel. And so she was like, I wanted to give a really great formulated retinol without the adverse effects of that, or a way to kind of buffer the effects of the retinol. The vehicle of this is actually formulated with a lot of barrier protecting and barrier nourishing ingredients. You have cholesterol, you have ceramides, and you have panthenol for those barrier repairing, barrier protecting ingredients. You also have soothing agents. Centella asiatica, which if you watch my channel, I love Centella asiatica. It's paired with allantoin to kind of give you those skin soothing, skin calming ingredients, but they also in themselves have, especially allantoin, have barrier protecting, barrier restoring properties to them. Glycerin is in this as a really nice humectant ingredient, and that's paired with 2 really great oils. You have marula and squalane oil. And if a lot of these ingredients sound familiar to you, it's because I mentioned a lot of them in my I Got Contact Dermatitis video as ingredients that I really utilize to soothe my skin, nourish, repair my skin, and really moisturize my skin while my barrier was really compromised and I needed to get it back to its normal state. So overall, the ingredients in this are really great for even the most compromised skin, and as you're retinizing and getting used to the retinol in this, the ingredients are really offsetting any negative results you might experience from the retinol itself. So with that, you have a fairly mild strength retinol in a very barrier repairing, soothing, nourishing, formulation. And for the final texture of this, Ali really recalled one of the other products from the Stratia line, the Liquid Gold, which is a very, again, barrier protecting ceramide, cholesterol, fatty acid rich moisturizing cream, because she wanted it to be simultaneously very, very moisturizing for the skin, but also very lightweight, not heavy, not too occlusive. So the texture of this would be a lot more elegant and not as greasy. So you have a really, really decadent, creamy texture of it without it sitting heavy and greasy on the skin. So my own experience with this, as you remember, and as I just mentioned, I had a very moderate case of allergic contact dermatitis where my skin was inflamed, it was irritated, it was compromised. And as a result of that, I had to cut out all my actives. So I wasn't using retinol for about a month, I think. And I wasn't using any actives. Anything I put on my skin would sting. Cleanser would sting. Moisturizer would sting. Water would sting. That being said, I love a retinoid. I need a retinoid in my routine. And so I got this in the mail and I was like, the vehicle of this looks very nourishing. The percentage of retinol in this seems really, really low. So let me try it out and see what happens. I spot tested it and then I slowly kind of increased the usage of it. And honestly, the texture of this was amazing. It went on my skin. Again, my skin was very parched. It needed hydration and it needed moisture to lock it in. And I was having a really difficult time achieving that. And this applied to my skin, sat on it, moisturized it, helped me really lock in all of my hydration, but it didn't sting. And mind you, I was putting this really close to my eye, and the brunt of my irritation was actually right here next to my eye. And retinols you can put next to your eye, especially if you buffer them to reduce some of the irritation. And this just took straight up to my eye. No issues at all. And so while getting the effects of the retinol in this, I was also getting the centella, the allantoin, all the fatty acids, cholesterol, ceramides in this to really help restore and repair my compromised moisture barrier. So overall, this was a really, really pleasant experience, even considering how compromised my skin was. And as the reaction subsided and I kept using this, I noticed a really noticeable change in my skin in terms of the texture and the tone, just because I hadn't used retinol in so long. In terms of usage, I use this as the last step of my routine. I'll go and cleanse, hydrate, and use this. Because it's an all-in-one concept with the retinol and the night cream, you could just go and cleanse and go in with this right away. But if you want a little bit more, I pair this on top of everything else as the last step. Because this is so gentle and I am more used to high-strength actives and whatnot, now that my skin's back to normal, I might put something like a salicylic acid underneath this. And as it's setting, in order to really lock in, if I want a little bit more of an occlusive agent, I'll use my azelaic acid suspension from The Ordinary on top of this. That being said, depending on what your skin type is, you can definitely layer up more underneath this. My boyfriend put this on by itself one day. He felt like he wasn't getting enough out of this, so he put another moisturizer on top of this. We use this more as a serum step to really lock in moisture, and he felt that that really helped him out a lot more. So if you have more dry skin types, really play around with what else you pair this up with if you find that you're not getting enough hydration and moisture out of this. But overall, both of us agreed the texture of this was really, really nice. The formulation of this was really, really nice. It was very well thought out. So final thoughts on this. Basically, this is like a very elevated concept of the CeraVe retinol cream. The convenience and the effectiveness of the formulation and the ingredients itself really make this a standout product for me, in my opinion. Basically, you're getting 1.7 ounces or 50 ml of product for $28. It's a 0.15% retinol cream. The way you can use this all over your face, under your eyes, down your neck, makes this a really, really just like all-encompassing product for me. So you get a lot of bang out of this, I feel like, which makes the price worth it to me. The ingredients, the formulation, the thought behind how Ali created this was very well thought out. She explained the process of all the things she had to test and how she like really formulated this in various ways in terms of different strengths of retinol, the way she formulated the retinol in the actual cream itself, the vehicle that she put the retinol in. There was a lot of thought that went into this, which I can tell just by using the products. Again, this was my first introduction to Stratia as a skincare brand. After they reached out, I kind of looked them up, looked into a lot of their products, and this is one of those brands where like wholeheartedly, I agree with 100% of their brand philosophy with how they formulate products, the method they go about of creating the different formulations for each of their things. If you look on Stratia's website, they don't have a lot of skincare products, but what they do have are formulated with intent. And again, Stratia in itself is an indie line. So that was really cool to get to meet the founder in such a really intimate way, hear their process of creating a product, thinking, devising the concept behind it, formulating it. As someone who is an aspiring cosmetic formulator, it was cool to hear her process. And she's very transparent about these formulation processes on Instagram and on the website. So check that out if you want. And so overall, this is 100% Ramon recommended. Whether you're just starting out with retinoids and you're not really sure where to start, this in itself is a really great vehicle to get you started in retinoids in a formulation that's going to be really gentle to buffer any negative effects of the retinization process. But it's also someone like me who's more used to tretinoin, a really great product to maybe like input into my routine sporadically when I'm not using direct tretinoin, just because I get a really nice kick of retinoids in a very, very nourishing vehicle to kind of help nourish and repair my skin if I'm doing too many actives. So overall, great for a wide plethora of people, no matter what your experience with retinoids are, no matter what your skin type is. Do recommend. This product's launching tomorrow, July 16th on Stratia's website. I just wanted to get a review up and out right before then, in case you were thinking about it or was looking for any recommendations. So yeah, Stratia Night Shift. Everyone recommended? I'm unapproved. If you like the single product focused videos, let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I'm trying to consider what other factors I'm going to bring to my channel. And this is the first time I've ever done a video specifically on one product. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare related content on my channel. And then again, down below, have you used Stratia? What products do you like from them? And Night Shift. Would you give it a try? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.